system designed for mobile operations with ground forces. It engages aircraft and missiles out to 25 miles, features active radar guidance, and can be mounted on vehicles or ships. The HQ-16 provides air defense for mechanized units and naval vessels. Think of it as China's equivalent to NATO's NASAMS or Russia's Buk, solid medium-range capability for protecting forces in the field. HQ-17. The HQ-17 is China's version of Russia's Tor short-range air defense system. It engages low-flying aircraft, helicopters, cruise missiles, and drones at ranges up to 9 miles. The HQ-17 uses a tracked chassis for mobility and features radar and electro-optical guidance. It's designed to protect units from close-range air threats that slip past long-range SAMs. The HQ-17 would defend amphibious landing forces from drones and attack helicopters. PGZ-04. The PGZ-04 combines 25mm quad cannons with short-range missiles on a tracked chassis. This hybrid system engages aircraft with guns at close range and missiles at medium range, providing layered defense. The radar-guided guns can also shred drones and low-flying helicopters. The PGZ-04 serves with mechanized units, needing mobile air defense. It's not as sophisticated as Western systems, but the combination of guns and missiles provides flexibility. Type 95 SPAAG. The Type 95 is a self-propelled anti-aircraft gun, mounting 4 25mm cannons on a tracked chassis. It uses radar and optical guidance to engage aircraft and helicopters at close range. The Type 95 is somewhat obsolete in an era of long-range missiles, but quad autocannons still shred helicopters and drones effectively at short range. Hundreds remain in service, providing point defense for ground units. HN-6 and QW series manpads. China produces various man-portable air defense systems, including the HN-6 and QW family. These shoulder-fired missiles engage aircraft and helicopters at ranges up to 3 miles using infrared guidance. They're equivalent to Stingers, not sophisticated, but effective against helicopters and low-flying aircraft. Thousands serve with infantry units providing organic air defense. Fighter aircraft. J-20. China's J-20 is their 5th-generation stealth fighter, designed to challenge American F-22s and F-35. The J-20 features internal weapons bays, radar-absorbent coating, and advanced sensors. It's designed for long-range strikes rather than dogfighting. The Canard Delta configuration suggests emphasis on payload and range over maneuverability. Over 250 have been built, making it the second most numerous 5th-generation fighter after the F-35. Whether the J-20 actually matches American stealth performance remains debated. Chinese radar-absorbent materials and manufacturing quality are question marks. But the fact that China built a stealth fighter at all represents a massive technological leap. J-16. The J-16 is China's heavy multi-role fighter based on Russia's Su-30. It features twin-engine, massive payload capacity, advanced radar, and can perform air-to-air, ground attack, and anti-ship missions. The J-16 is China's equivalent to the F-15 E-Strike Eagle, a large, capable, multi-role platform. Hundreds serve with the PLAAF, and they'd be critical in any Taiwan conflict for suppressing air defenses and striking naval targets with anti-ship missiles. J-10C. The J-10C is China's medium-weight fighter, comparable in role to the F-16. It features a Delta Canard configuration, single engine, and advanced avionics. The J-10C is highly maneuverable and can carry a variety of air-to-air and ground attack weapons. Over 300 serve with the PLAF. The J-10 family represents China successfully developing an indigenous fighter without copying Russian designs, though they definitely studied Western fighters when designing it. J-11B. The J-11B is China's licensed production and modification of Russia's Zu-27. It features Chinese avionics, radar, and weapons instead of Russian systems. The J-11B is a large long-range air superiority fighter comparable to the F-15. Hundreds serve with the PLAF, providing heavy fighter capability alongside the more advanced J-16. The J-11 showed China could take Russian designs and improve them with indigenous technology. Su-35. China purchased 24 Su-35s directly from Russia in the 2010s. These advanced fighters feature thrust vectors, superior maneuverability, and Russia's most capable radar and weapons. China bought them partly for capability, and partly to study Russian technology for their own designs. Only 2 dozen serve, but they're among China's most capable fighters until the J-20 matured. Su-30 MKK. China purchased Su-30 MKKs from Russia in the late 1990s and early 2000s. These twin-engine multi-role fighters feature good range, heavy payload, and anti-ship capability. Around 70 served with the PLAAF. The Su-30 MKK provided China with heavy strike capability before the J-16 entered service, and they remain useful for maritime strike missions. J-15. The J-15 is China's carrier-based fighter, derived from Russia's Su-33. It operates from China's carriers using ski-jump takeoff. The J-15 features folding wings for carrier storage, strengthened landing gear for arrested landings, and naval equipment. Only about 50 exist because China only operates 2 carriers with ski jumps. The new Fujian carrier with catapults will operate a different aircraft. The J-15 gives China's carriers fighter capability, though it's limited by the ski jump launch method, which restricts payload and fuel. JH-7A. The JH-7A is an older fighter bomber designed for strike missions, particularly anti-ship attacks. It features twin engines, heavy payload capacity, and long range. The JH-7A is thoroughly obsolete compared to J-16, but hundreds remain in service because they're effective at launching anti-ship missiles from standoff ranges. Think of it as China's equivalent to a less capable F-111, specialized for one mission and outclassed in air combat but still useful for what it does: bombers. H-6K. The H-6K strategic bomber is China's modernized version of the Soviet Tu-16 from the 1950s. Yes, China flies bombers designed during the Korean War, but the H-6K isn't your grandfather's bomber. It's been completely rebuilt with modern engines, avionics, and can launch long-range cruise missiles from standoff distances. The H-6K serves as a cruise missile carrier, launching land attack and anti-ship missiles from hundreds of miles away. Over 100 serve with the PLAF, and they'd be critical in any conflict for launching mass missile strikes before fighters engage. H-6N. The H-6N is a variant modified to carry air-launched ballistic missiles. This allows China to launch ballistic missiles from aircraft flying over the ocean, where they're harder to intercept. The H-6N represents China developing creative solutions to penetrate enemy defenses. Air-launched ballistic missiles are harder to defend against than ground-launched ones, because you can't predict where the launch point will be. Transport aircraft. Y-20. The Y-20 is China's strategic transport aircraft, comparable to the American C-17. It can carry 66 tons of cargo, features 4 jet engines, and enables China to rapidly deploy forces across Asia. The Y-20 entered service in the 2010s and represents a huge capability boost. Before this, China relied on smaller transports that couldn't move heavy equipment quickly. Dozens serve with the PLAF, and more are being produced. The Y-20 means China can actually conduct large-scale airborne operations or humanitarian missions far from home. Y-9. The Y-9 tactical transport is China's workhorse for moving troops and equipment shorter distances. It's based on the Soviet An-12, but features modern avionics and Chinese engines. The Y-9 carries 20 tons of cargo, or up to 98 paratroopers. Hundreds serve with the PLAF, providing tactical airlift capability for dispersed operations. Y-8. The Y-8 is an older transport based on the Soviet An-12. It's been in service since the 70s and serves in various roles including transport, special missions, and as platforms for airborne early warning systems. Dozens remain operational despite being outclassed by the Y-9 and Y-20. The Y-8 is kept around because it works, and China hasn't retired it yet. Special mission aircraft. KJ-500. The KJ-500 is China's most advanced airborne early warning and control aircraft. It features a large rotating radar dome on top of a Y-9 airframe, providing long-range radar coverage for detecting enemy aircraft and coordinating friendly fighters. The KJ-500 would be critical in any air campaign, managing Chinese fighters and identifying targets for long-range missiles. Dozens serve with the PLAF, and they represent China achieving capability the U.S. has had since the 1970s with AWACS, KJ-2000. The KJ-2000 is an earlier AWACS platform using an Il-76 airframe with 3 radar arrays and a triangle configuration instead of a rotating dome. Only a few were built before China switched to the superior KJ-500 design, but they remain operational. The KJ-2000 showed China learning how to integrate complex radar systems on aircraft, even if the final product wasn't ideal. Y-8 variants. Various Y-8 aircraft serve in electronic warfare, reconnaissance, and special mission roles. These modified transports carry sensors, jammers, and intelligence equipment for supporting military operations. The exact capabilities remain classified, but they fulfill roles similar to American RC-135 reconnaissance aircraft and EC-130 jamming platforms. Attack helicopters, Z-10. The Z-10 is China's indigenous attack helicopter, designed to match the Apache. It features tandem cockpit seating, a 30mm chin gun, and can carry anti-tank missiles and rockets. The Z-10 provides the PLA with dedicated attack helicopter capability for destroying enemy armor and supporting ground forces. Over 100 serve with the Army aviation units. The Z-10 shows China can develop complex helicopters domestically, though performance compared to Western attack helicopters remains debated. Z-19. The Z-19 is a lighter attack and reconnaissance helicopter designed for scouting and supporting the heavier Z-10. It features a 30mm cannon, anti-tank missiles, and advanced sensors. The Z-19 serves in roles similar to the American Kiowa or European Tiger, reconnaissance, light attack, and target designation. Hundreds serve with Army aviation, providing commanders with aerial reconnaissance and precision firepower. WZ-10. The WZ-10 is a variant of the Z-10 with improved systems and weapons. It represents iterative improvements to the base Z-10 design. Dozens serve alongside standard Z-10s, showing China continuously upgrades rather than designing entirely new helicopters for every improvement. Transport helicopters, Z-20. The Z-20 is China's newest utility helicopter, comparable to the Black Hawk. It features twin engines, can carry troops or cargo, and serves in utility and special operations roles. The Z-20 entered service in the 2010s and gives China a modern medium helicopter matching Western capabilities. Hundreds are entering service to replace older designs. The Z-20 means Chinese forces can conduct air assault operations with modern equipment rather than aging Soviet-era helicopters. Z-8. The Z-8 is China's heavy-lift helicopter,